Hey, top of the week to you there, Cougar Nation. This is Brian Rector coming to you again on a Monday. We've got our first week of the playoffs is here. I'm happy to report that our Cougars were able to get the job done last Friday night versus Henry County and win the school's first ever region championship. So congrats to the players, the fans, the coaching staff, the administration. It's a very, very big accomplishment for our school, a very big accomplishment for our program, obviously, and we're all very proud. It was a very hard-fought game. I thought our kids played really well for about 3.5 quarters. The last probably, 6 minutes of the game, we relaxed a little bit and gave up, 3 scores. A lot of credit goes to Henry County for continuing to fight. But at the end of it, we see a lot of things that we can get better at in those last 6 minutes of the game. But we were able to have, up to that 6 minutes, some really great effort, some really great execution. I felt like in all 3 phases of the game, we did what we needed to win, both the offense, the defense, and the kicking game. And so we finished the regular season 9-1, region champs. And we're very, very proud of that accomplishment. You don't get time too much in this setting, especially considering the game was the last week of the regular season, to really enjoy it. We have a quick turnaround for our coaching staff. Now that our kids are back to school on Monday, they have to have, of course, that attitude and that mental aspect of we're going to move forward with the next game, which is first round of the playoffs. Coming to us is Southwind, the Southwind Jaguars out of Memphis. 5A football team. They're 8-2. Normally you don't see a 1 versus a 4 seed with such similar records, but the way that it worked out, there were tiebreakers in the region 8. We're region 7, they're region 8. And at the end of it, we don't control any of that, but it fell out that an 8-2 Southwind team it got the number 4 seed. They were 1 or 2 plays away from being 10-0, quite frankly. As we look at some of their games and look at some of their scores, it's a very good football team. High-powered offense, speed all over the place. Very elusive, very strong-armed quarterback, a real tall kid. Some of the fastest receivers, the fastest receivers we've seen all year by far, and a giant O-line and running back that can really grind out the yardage. And they have, most of this year. Defensively, it's kind of the same look. I mean, they've got a giant defensive line. They've got really fast and long and rangy linebackers. They run a 4-4, which is usually cover 1 or it's cover 3. Their secondary is a very fast, athletic group. And so this is a serious test in the first round of the playoffs. I can tell you that right now. We haven't faced anybody maybe that looks as good as them in terms of overall athleticism and speed. I don't think we've seen anybody in terms of athleticism and speed. What we have to do, I should say probably not since independence in week 2. So what we have to do is be way better at keeping things in front of us defensively. We have to go get after the quarterback. There's no doubt about that. We can't allow any big runs or rushing yardage to happen. They get a lot of yards after contact, and so we're going to need to make tackles, right there when they happen and not let a lot of, yak, as we call it, occur. We can't give up the deep ball. We've struggled with that a little bit this year. We've got to do better at tracking the ball, going up to its high point, and knocking that thing down at the very least. But it's going to take a full team effort. There's no doubt about it. Offensively, we've got to run the ball. We've got to be able to run the ball. We're down a couple of linemen this week, so that that definitely presents us with another issue that we'll have to face. But you can't control. You can only worry about what you can control. And moving forward, we're going to put the best 11 out there on both sides of the ball and in our kicking game, and we're going to ask for an awesome attitude and incredible effort. That's what we're going to be looking for so that we can make the possibility of this win occur. The Jaguars will be here, obviously, on Friday. We'll be here. I expect the Cougar Nation to be in force. A couple of house cleaning type things about the game. This is a TSSAA playoff sponsored event. So yes, we host it, but we don't necessarily run it. The tickets are $8. That's not us. That's the TSSAA. 50% of the gate receipts goes directly to the TSSAA, and then the other 50% is split between the 2 playing teams. So the Cougars will only get 25% of this gate. Southwind will get 25%, and the TSSAA takes the other 50%. What that means is, like I already said, tickets are $8. athletic passes are not good. There are no passes that are any good for this game other than TSSAA issued passes. Parking is normal, those sorts of things. Get there early, be loud, be proud. We really want to show out in the playoffs for the Cougar Nation, and we're excited to represent Centennial High School moving forward. I hope like crazy we're here next week with some great news and talking about the second round, but for now, everybody, please understand it is literally a one-game season every single week as long as we can survive. Survive and advance is the key, and we look forward to hopefully the prospect of being here next week. That's all I have for today. This is Brian Rector signing off at thecougارnation.scorebird.com.